Gentleman's recognized for 5 minutes.
I yield myself such time.
Gentleman's recognized.
Mr. Speaker, this amendment would take away the EPA's authority under the Clean Water Act to retroactively deny permits to fill streams and wetlands in order to protect drinking water supplies, recreational waters, and fish and wildlife habitat. Now, EPA has used this authority to veto permits after they were issued responsibly only 3 times in 10 years. I should say 3 times in 40 years. All of these were extremely rare cases, and these vetoes were necessary to protect critical water resources. In 1981, EPA revoked a permit for a solid waste landfill because it was leaking toxics into Biscayne Bay. In 1989, after objecting to a permit before it was issued, it overturned a permit to destroy 1,200 acres of floodplain wetlands in Georgia. And in 2010, which Mr. McKinley mentions, EPA denied a permit for one of the largest mountaintop removal mines in Appalachia that would have buried more than 6 miles of West Virginia streams and polluted downstream waters with mining waste, causing permanent damage to ecosystems and streams. The veto was not a surprise, and I stress that. EPA consistently expressed its concerns about water quality impacts of this mine beginning from 2002 through 2006 when the Corps issued the permit. Now, let me stress that this was an extremely rare action taken by EPA, and the first time it used the Clean Water Act to overturn an approved mining permit. But surface mining in the steep slopes of Appalachia has disrupted the biological integrity of an area about the size of Delaware, buried approximately 2,000 miles of streams with mining waste and contaminated downstream areas with toxic elements. And people have been drinking the byproducts of coal waste from mountaintop removal for more than 2 decades. Rather than clean and clear water running out of their faucets, the people of Appalachia are left with orange or black liquid instead. And this is not just about the environment, Mr. Speaker, it's about public health. The health problems caused by exposure to these chemicals and heavy metals include cancer, organ failure, and learning disabilities. Not only that, but there are multiple cases of children suffering from asthma, headaches, nausea, and other symptoms likely due to toxic contamination from coal dust. This is an environmental justice issue. My colleagues on the other side of the aisle will claim EPA is killing jobs, and I disagree with Mr. McKinley. What EPA is doing is protecting the people of Appalachia from exposure to toxic chemicals that are harming them. Now, to put this in perspective, each year the Army Corps of Engineers processes about 60,000 permits to fill waters and grants 97% of them. Over 40 years, the EPA has vetoed only 3 of these permits retroactively. On the very rare occasion one of these permits threatens to permanently destroy our nation's critical water resources, the EPA should have the authority to stop it. This is authority that the EPA has used very rarely, and there is no evidence that the EPA has abused this authority. This amendment is completely unnecessary. I urge members to oppose it and to protect EPA's authority to safeguard our waters and our drinking water sources, and I reserve my time.